our last day of this challenge. I can't believe that we are on day 5 already, and this always happens when we host these challenges. It just goes by so quickly. I'm gonna wait for you guys to find my video, and meanwhile, I'll go ahead and pin our video to the very top of our Facebook page. Great. So I am officially on, and I wanted, before we start with the 5-day accepted challenge, I wanted to clarify a lot of the questions that we've been getting about the Concord College Admissions membership and the bonus that expires tonight. So I'm going to share my screen very quickly so I can explain what that is, and then we'll dive right into day 5 materials. And we just finished our very first workshop that took place at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And now we're going to have our 6 p.m. one. So make sure to join that one and try to make it, or you should make it. But let me just go ahead and share my screen really quickly. Okay, great. So I think I will make myself kind of small. Oops. Actually, I'll do this. Okay, so basically, the questions that we've been getting a lot is about the Concord College Admission membership. Now, with the enrollment of the Concord College of Membership, you are getting the Ivy League Top Bootcamp course for free. And it is a $997 course. We're adding it for free for our members. And also, if you enroll in the membership by tonight, you will be able to join me for the passion project workshop, and that is in a group setting, but you'll be able to talk to me one-on-one about your passion project ideas, and I'll be able to give you really good ideas for your passion project. And so that is really the question that we've been getting a lot. And Concord College Admission membership just really covers everything that you need to be doing every single month. So every month, you're going to get a master class on what you should be working on. And we will have 2 live Q&As so that you can ask me any questions you have. You'll also be invited to our private Facebook group. And then we'll also do weekly accountability, which means that my team and I will be checking on you every week to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing. So essentially, that's what it is. And so if you got the email from us with the bonus expiring tonight, the bonus is the Passion Project Workshop. So that is a bonus that we're only sharing it for today. And then once it's tomorrow, the bonus will no longer be valid. And that's because we want to get a good idea of how many students want to take advantage of the free Passion Project Workshop. And so that you can go ahead and get a lot of your passion project ideas brainstormed and executed and all that good stuff. All right, so that's the main question that I've been getting, and so I wanted to address that before we get started. Let me know if you guys have any other questions in the comments, and I'll just go ahead and pull them up. But let me go ahead and bring this down. All right, so today's topic is a college list. And I had you guys write out 3 of your dream schools because it's important that you know why you are a good fit for the school. And when you apply, colleges ask you to write down why you would like to come to the school, what are your reasons. And of course, I'm just talking about the general strategy, and there is a lot more high-level strategy for this. But essentially, you do want to know reasons why you're applying to that school and understanding why it's important to you. And some of you guys asked, like in the challenge, like, Julie, what if I'm not motivated? What if I just don't know if I'm on the right track? What if just like all these questions. And it just comes down to like, why do you want to go to this school and why is this so important to you? So for example, for me, when I set my mind to, okay, I really want to go to Harvard Education School, that why, that motivation, that really served me well. And so for you understanding like why this is so important to me, how would it feel if I get accepted into my dream school, and you really using that end result to help you stay motivated and on track and to continuously learn about how you can level up your college admissions journey even more. So that is essentially what that is. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any questions. Hey, Julie and Kavia and Samar and Nicole. Hi, Josh. So today is really like, a day where I just pop in here really quickly and answer any other questions you guys have about your building your college list, about our membership program, about the Ivy League formula program. Any questions you have, I'm just really here to answer. Let's actually go ahead and pull up the workbook so we can go through them just a little bit. And I'm so proud of all of you guys for showing up every day and writing your responses. It's amazing to really see what you guys are doing to gain clarity and to step it up. All right, so let's see. All right, so let me pull up the workbook, which is right here. Okay, so the question that I'm talking about is here. Out of the top 3 colleges you listed, pick one college, preferably a reach or a dream, and share with me 3 reasons why you would like to attend this college. And this is essentially getting you ready for when you are about to share this with colleges. And when you don't have a specific reason or you don't know why you would like to go to this school or attend their department or major in a certain subject, then that's where you sort of lose credibility with the college admission officer. So really understanding why you would like to go is very important. And number 4 is asking, okay, how would you feel if you were accepted? How would you feel if you opened your letter that reads, congratulations, you've been accepted? And some of my students send me their reaction videos, and it's like so adorable because they're like crying and screaming at the same time. But really, like getting yourself to realize that anything that you decide to do, anything that you set your mind to can come in, is something that you can turn into reality. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then who will believe in you? If you don't really know why you would like to go to the school, then why would the colleges want to accept you, right? So this is really just like a sneak peek of what goes on with why my students decide to go to this school, that school, and all that kind of stuff. It's one of the exercises for our seniors. All right, so we have a question. If you're interested in research in college, is doing internships and research important? And the answer is, of course. If you want to do research and you have a topic or a subject that you're very passionate about, then doing these things are very important. And what I teach my students to do is to reach out to professors directly to get positions. And that's how like 90% of my students get positions. So if you're interested in doing research, then yes, having those experiences will definitely be helpful. You guys have to step it up with the questions here because I am all ready to answer your questions. Actually, our March masterclass for the membership, we're going to talk about research positions and internship positions. So that's one of the master classes that we'll be doing so that students could learn how to get positions more quickly. We had a few students, like 3 students this past month who got research positions. Okay, so Where do I start when it comes to building a college list? I teach my students to create two types of college list. One is a long college list, and another one is a short college list. And we just start off with about 30 colleges. And of course, I give suggestions as well. And out of the 30, we narrow it down to 10, or about 10 to 15 is a good range. And then we categorize it by dream, reach, possible, and safety. And dream, reach, possible, and safety, we decide what that is by figuring out by using three factors: GPA, SAT scores, and number of AP classes. And a lot of students focus their time on like trying to build this perfect college list, but it's kind of pointless if you don't know what your theme is, because colleges are looking for you and the academic interests that you've been exercising and practicing and just being involved in. So instead of focusing too much on, okay, these are all the colleges out there, like I don't know which one to choose, it's like we work backwards. We start from what is our academic interest, what is our personal interest, what is our theme, and using that theme, we make sure that we align it with each college. So a lot of students work on this process backwards, and I think really, to be honest, like one of the boring tasks ever is to create a college list. It's like you don't even know that school, you don't even know if it's going to be a good fit for you. You don't even know what you like and what you don't like. So I thought it was very ironic when I was working with you know, counselors when I was back in high school, like they would pull up all of these college lists and I was just like, I don't know which one is going to be a good fit for me. And students don't know what's a good fit because they don't know at their academic interests. They don't know their personal interests. They don't know their values and strengths and personality. And so identifying what's important to you and what you want to study first is really the best way to get started. And from there, college list building process gets a lot easier because you now know what you like, you know what programs you want to look for, things like that. So it doesn't I would say first, starting to answer your question, coming up with the strong theme is going to be the best way, which is the reason why we spent literally a month building our students' themes. I hope that answered your question. Okay, so one of my friends is practically destroying herself over trying to get into an IB, but she doesn't have a reason for wanting to go. Is there any advice I could give her? I hate seeing her struggle like this. Oh, you're such a good friend. Who is this? This is Rachel. Rachel, you're such a good friend. I don't think that other people can help like friends can't help out with this process. And that's because, and that's why having a mentor is so crucial because yes, like I understand your intention, like, oh, I want to help out my friend. But what I've realized over the years is that people will always do what they want to do eventually, or just that's the way it is. So if you really want to help out your friend, maybe like asking her questions about why is it so important that you get accepted? What is really driving you? Where is this pressure coming from? So asking good questions is always the best way to support people. But I don't think it's a good idea when we say things like, do this and do that. You shouldn't go to an Ivy. Ivy League is not good. And I just think that when we tell people what to do, it's not good. So even in our programs, when I'm coaching my students, a lot of the times I'm asking questions so that I can help out the student figure out what is it that they're really thinking about. Because sometimes when people don't ask us questions, we just never ask ourselves questions, right? So we just get in our head and we just stress out. So like, here's the thing. This is what I think about Ivy Leagues. Anyone could decide to, anyone who is like, okay, I really want to get into Princeton. I really want to go to, okay, Duke is not an Ivy League, but I really want to go to Harvard. I really want to go to Stanford, and here are the reasons why, and here's why it's so important to me. And if someone says that to me, I respect them 100%. Because when I was in high school, I really wanted to go to Harvard at school, and I really wanted to attend UCLA. I really wanted to go to USC, and going to the schools changed my life. And I am so happy and thankful that I made the decision to say I would like to go to these schools because I was learning from the professors. I was learning about things that I was truly passionate about, and I just wanted to go. And I mentioned this on the very first day of our challenge that we don't need to justify or explain why we want to go to Ivy Leagues. We can go if we want. We can aim for it if we want, and we don't need to justify our reasons to anyone. And I think that that's sometimes students feel guilty about this, which is, I think, is so ironic that they're like, I feel so guilty, or I feel so shameful, or I feel so like, I just don't feel good about the fact that I want to go to these Ivy League school. I don't even think I'm good enough, blah, 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 blah. And I just think that if someone wants to go, they can go and they can try their best. And the reasons do not really matter. Now, if the reason is really about like, I want to prove it to someone, or like, I want to like show my parents that I can be, like if the reasons are very like bitter and resentful, then of course we want to coach them through the process, because I always think that the reason why we want to go to these Ivy Leagues and top tier or whatever school that you're aiming for, the reason should come from within. If the reason is an external reason, that's when students get really burnt out and they're like, why am I doing this? Right. So it has to come from within. And maybe those are some of the questions that you can ask your friend. I hope that answered your question, Julie, and you can definitely help out. Sorry, that wasn't Julie. Who was that? I hope that you can help out your friend. You're such a nice person. Okay, so one of the topic of choosing a theme and choosing the colleges, what about when your personal interest doesn't seem to align with your academic interest? Your personal interest doesn't need to align with your academic interest. Your personal interest is just your personal interest, and your academic interest is your academic interest. Colleges want to see both, right? So that's why in our Ivy League formula program, some of my students are working on a personal interest passion project, and some of my students are working on an academic interest personal project, and some of my students are combining personal and academic together. So it doesn't always need to be like your personal interest, they don't need to align with your academic interest. I'm just seeing this. I see your comments this way, so I'm looking this way. I'm not great. All right. Any other questions? What should we consider when choosing a college? So I mentioned this a little bit earlier, that you want to first start off with what your theme is, and from there you can narrow down your colleges. So my students create two types of college list. One is a long list and one is a short list. So after we create a long college list with about 30 colleges, and after we identify the theme of the student's application, we narrow it down to about 10 to 15. It's a very it requires multiple steps, which is why I can't talk about everything here. But this is one of the lessons that we're going to have on how to build your college list. How should I get my grades up? So for you to increase your GPA, it takes a couple of things. Number one, redefining your study techniques, your time management, all that kind of stuff. And I encourage you to watch my day one training, because day one training was literally all about how to raise your GPA. So I encourage you to check that training out, because I literally talk about everything that I need to talk about in terms of raising grades. But a lot of the students they can't seem to raise their grades because number one, they were never taught how to study. Number two, they don't know how to manage their time. So those two things combined, if you can identify where you feel like you need to learn more in terms of, do I need to learn how to manage my time? Do I need to learn how to study? And once you have those things in place, then your GPA will go and increase for sure. All right, you guys, that we're gonna wrap up the 5-day accepted challenge. And for those of you guys asking questions about extracurriculars, all that kind of stuff, I encourage you to attend the live workshop that I'm hosting at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And I will go ahead and add the Zoom link down below so you can just have a direct access to it. Again, my reminder for you guys is that our passion project workshop, the bonus will expire tonight. So make sure to check out the membership program because I really want you to take advantage of my free workshops. And so with the enrollment of the Concord College Admission membership, you will get access to the passion project workshop, which is very, very fun, intense. Well, not intense, but it's a really fun workshop where you're going to get a lot of good ideas. So make sure to check that out. And we will have our 6 p.m. PST workshop in about 40 minutes. And I will go ahead and add in the link right here. I want to give you guys a virtual hug, each and every one of you, whether you're attending live or whether you're watching the recording, for showing up every day and wanting to make a difference, improve your grades, get accepted into your dream college. And I have so much confidence in each and every one of you that you will get into your dream college using the right strategies and all of that. So just want to give you guys that virtual hug for showing up every day. I know you guys are busy right now with finals and holiday stuff and all that going on, but yeah, good job. And make sure to post your response tonight so that we can pick out a winner. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys in the live workshop, and bye.